game press conference. We have UNC first. The format of today's conference will be players first, followed by coach's statement and coach questions. We're going to lead off today with Armando Baycott, followed by Garrison Brooks. Please remember to wait until you're unmuted before you ask your question. All right, we're going to go ahead and welcome Armando first.
Hey, Armando, Ross Martin, Inside Carolina. I was wondering if you kind of tell us what Roy told y'all in the brief time you've had to talk with him, and what kind of lessons can you take from this game with a very young team from this loss?
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, we came out really flat, just not playing hard and just not competing. In the second half, coach just told us just to go out there and fight and just be competitors. And, I mean, we did it, but unfortunately, we just lost on a last-second shot. I mean, it was a lot of things we could have did better, like make free throws and just simple plays. But I could say we just learned that we just need to just stay playing hard the whole game and not taking any play for granted.
Armando, at the same time, what can you learn from the way you guys opened the second half and you turned it into a battle when at one point I think you guys were down like 16?
I mean, I think just that shows like when we play hard and go out there and fight, we can compete and just come back. But that's not how we want to play. We want to play like that the whole game and not just when we're down.
Is that a lesson for the young guys as much as the older guys, or how do you kind of work that out?
No, I mean, I think that's a lesson for all of us.
Thank you.
I mean, if no one has another question, I'll ask another one. Is that cool?
Yes.
Yeah. Armando, what do you think about how y'all are really passing the ball in the post, and what can y'all do better to get y'all more involved down low offensively with the big men y'all have?
Yeah, I mean, I would say first with the bigs, we could do a better job of just fighting for position and getting the ball lower. Because, I mean, obviously that's one of our strong suits, but just also just trying to get the guards a target and the guards just bringing it down more.
Cool. Thanks, man.
No. Let's get back to your team. Garrison?
My bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Garrison? If there are no questions for Garrison, we'll let him get back to his team.
I have a question. This is C.L. Brown with the Raleigh News and Observer. Garrison, what would you say was the difference in the second half with you guys being so focused about getting the ball inside? Was that simply Roy Williams' message at halftime?
That's always his message. But I think the biggest thing is we didn't turn the ball over as much. I think we defended better in the second half, more intensity. I think we tried to get the ball to the basket, so being more aggressive.
Garrison, a lot of the talk has been that the young guys have to adapt and learn how to play the UNC way and with some of you guys. But how much of an adjustment has it been for you to learn how to play with them? And do you feel like maybe you started making some progress in that respect tonight?
Yeah, we're still learning, still getting better as a team every day. I think it's an everyday process to keep working every day and get better, get used to how everybody plays, and just keep growing.
And for you personally?
I can't hear you.
And for you personally?
Go ahead, just ask.
For me personally, I think it's something that's going to get better over time.
Okay.
Hey Garrison, 3 games in 3 days. How did you guys get better as a team during this time frame?
I think we showed a lot of toughness, especially in the second game. Winning a close game and losing one like this, when we're down and we come back. I mean, it's kind of I don't know. It kind of shows the toughness that we have and the point we can fight and come back, and we're still one of the best teams in the country. We do what we're supposed to do, not turn the ball over and play hard.
That it? All right, thank you. We'll get coaching. He'll make an opening comment and then just ask questions. Don't wait on anybody else. Just ask the question, please.
All right, guys. It was first half. I think their attention to detail and their sense of urgency was much better than ours. We turned the ball over way too many times. Yes, we have freshman guards, but at some point in your life, you got to stop turning the ball over. And so we need to do a better job of that. We dug ourselves a big hole, not making free throws and turning the ball over in the first half. And then second half, I think we only had 4 turnovers, but we still missed 3 free throws in the last 2 minutes. And at the end of the game, you got to make free throws and not turn it over. And that's the 2 biggest problems that we had today. But Texas, they play exceptionally hard. They're very experienced. Somebody told me they have 100% of their scoring and rebounding back from last year, and they added Greg Brown to it. And I knew Greg would make a 3 today because he had missed his first 10, so I knew we would cure his problem there. And so he did make one, but we just got to play better and can't get behind a good team like we did today.
Hey, Roy, it's Adam Smith in Burlington. Just there at the end there, the last 25 seconds, did you feel like Texas would probably go to Coleman the way you've been playing? And were you trying to tell RJ anything of what to expect of what he might do there?
Well, you can tell him anything you want, but guys, if you've ever played basketball, it's up to you to guard that guy. And RJ tried to do a good job, and Matt hit a tough shot. If we'd had a little more experienced team, we would probably try to double team, but we haven't been doing a very good job of that in practice, and I didn't want to give up a layup by not getting the goaltender in there, but it's what it was, and you got to congratulate Matt for making a shot.
Coach, this is Andrew Johnson, Tar Heel Illustrated. What do you think the primary 1 or 2 things that Caleb learned from the 3 days here this week?
Well, I hope he learned not turning it over, not taking bad shots. You got to shoot a higher percentage. You get 0 assists, 4 turnovers. That's not good. But I love him to death as a kid. He's going to work really hard, and I think he will learn those things. And I looked out there at one point today, and we had 4 freshmen on the court, but that sounds like an excuse. But they've got to grow up quickly because we're playing them because they deserve it and the way they practice. But Caleb, RJ, Puff, Kerwin, Walker, Dayron, they've all got to get involved and get a little bit better along the way.
Hey, Coach, Patrick Dallahan, CBB 365. What are some positives that you guys can build off of as a team from this game?
Well, I think as playing 3 games, you get a lot of different looks, and I think we made some adjustments, and they did themselves in the game. I thought we were much better defensively in the second half than we were in the first half. And so I think in every game you play, you got an opportunity to get better or ignore the simple things and not get better. And I happen to think that our team will not ignore the simple things, and they'll try to do a better job and get better as we go along.
Take 2 more quick ones, please.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, this is CL. When you look back at the turnovers from yesterday and then just from what you saw today, do you feel like Caleb and RJ, are they pressing too hard? It seemed like a number of times they were driving, trying to make something happen, and there was just no plan once they got in the lane.
That's CL. That's experience. I don't think they're pressing. You just got to make better decisions. And 2 of the first 2 turnovers in the first half, we just dribbled the ball and lost it. And so I think it's part of the growing pains, but at the same time, that sounds like an excuse, and they've got to grow up quickly. We can't keep doing that and saying, well, they're freshmen. It doesn't make any difference because it counts in the loss column, and you can't have 7 turnovers, but 2 guys are under your point guard spot.
1 more if there is one.
Coach, what impressed you, especially with the younger guys, the fact that they battled back the way they did in the second half?
Well, I did. I liked that part of it. We started playing better. We were more attentive to detail on the defensive end of the floor. First half, there were 3 times that a guy got the ball outside the 3-point line and drove it all the way to the basket and laid it up. And so we didn't allow those kind of things in the second half like we did in the first half. But I did like the fact that we kept playing and made some shots. And except for the 3 misses, we made the free throws. But we had 3 misses in the last 2.5, 3 minutes of the game. And so we've got to learn that you got to step up there and make those free throws at crunch time. The easiest way to come back on people is get the best shot you can get. Don't turn it over and make your free throws. And we need to do a better job at all 3.
Thanks, everybody. Texas is here, so we'll let them get in.
Okay, hello everyone. We have head coach Shaka Smart with the Texas Longhorns, our 2020 Maui Invitational champions. I'm going to start with some opening thoughts from today.
First of all, I want to congratulate North Carolina on how well they played in the second half. They really took it to us and had us on our heels the majority of the half. Matt Coleman made a huge shot at the end of the game, which was the difference. But I give our guys credit for just hanging in there. We clearly were a little fatigued. We weren't necessarily clicking on all cylinders. We had some guys that didn't have their best day. But, if you want to be a good team, you got to find ways to win on days like that. And our guys hung in there and did that.
Shock at that final possession with Matt. I mean, so much of what he did in the second half, you guys are kind of struggling offensively, and a lot of that was what Carolina was doing on defense. But was there any doubt that the ball was going to be in his hands and it was going to just be up to him to go out and make a play for you guys? And what was your reaction seeing that ball kind of bounce off the rim and drop in?
Well, the question, we wanted to make sure we got the last shot. We wanted to at least have the ball in Matt's hands to make the decision, if not the shot. So we just kind of ran a flat pick and roll action. They did a nice job defending it, and it ended up being a one situation. Matt made a great play. My reaction was just trying to figure out how much time was left and obviously what was next, because our guys were out there, rolling all over the floor, but it wasn't all the way done. So again, just happy for our guys. We told our guys when we came in here, we looked around the arena and we saw the banners and we said, there's no Texas on these banners. Texas isn't up there. And, you guys have a chance to win a championship, and 2020 will be on that banner for the rest of the time, as long as the Maui Invitational's played.
Shaka, this is Brendan Marks from The Athletic. Congratulations. I saw after when everyone was celebrating, you were just sort of kneeling by the baseline, looking at everyone. As you're sort of watching that scene unfold, what was going through your head? Was it just more of a celebration, or what were you thinking in that moment?
Just trying to be in the moment and take in the moment, really watch our guys. And it's, you go through a lot of challenges as a college basketball player or a college basketball team. This is a high level of basketball, and there's a lot of twists and turns, ups and downs. So just seeing our guys happy, just taking that in, and, true joy and true presence from them. So I was just wanted to get a good look at that.
Thank you.
Shaka, this is Brian. Obviously a lot was not going right down the stretch, but is this what you expect out of a veteran team? Despite all that's going on, everybody pull it together and make the key plays?
Yeah, and it's certainly, we won by one play. So, I think obviously so much is made of winning and losing. There's two games that we've won in this tournament that, certainly came down to the end. So we have a ton of improvement to make, but I give our guys a ton of credit in that when you do have a veteran team, you can utilize the experience of having been in some of these games before and finding ways to win them. Our guys did that today.
Hey, Shaka, it's Jeff. Just in terms of your bench guys, yesterday it was Brock, today it was Royce and Kai that gave you a lift. Even though it's early and you've talked about finding a rotation, do you feel like even at this point guys are really starting to figure out what their roles are and embracing those roles?
Yeah, we're getting there. We have a lot to learn from the 120 minutes of video from the last 3 days. And, the exciting thing is, there's not a guy on our team that can't play better. Basketball is an interesting game because it's a team sport, but guys take a ton of pride in how they play individually as well. And it's not really realistic to not expect that. So, hey, some guys came off the bench and helped us. We look at Kai as a starter. He's a starter for us. We feel like we have 6 starters. He's played that well. He's been terrific. He missed that lob. He was so mad at himself at the end, but he's been terrific, and the sky's the limit for Kai.
Shaka, CL Brown.
Thank you, guys. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, one more.
Hey, it's CL Brown with the Raleigh News Observer. Thanks for taking this question. Certainly, you recruited and saw a lot of these guys that Carolina has as freshmen. I was just wondering, with Caleb Love specifically, what were you guys able to do successfully to keep him from going on a scoring run like he had yesterday?
Just try to make it difficult for him. He's a really good player with a very, very bright future. And we did recruit him. I mean, he was a guy that we really, really liked. Just quite a few guys on their roster that we swung and missed that. But they they have a good group of young guys. And the exciting thing for their team is they're going to keep getting better and better and better. I don't know that we did anything specific on Caleb other than, we felt like he was the most important guard to contain. And so we started Matt on him. And I think all of our perimeter guys did a nice job on him. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach. We also have Matt Coleman, our MVP as well.
Hey, Matt, I'm Patrick, CBB 365. What was going through your mind when you put up that last shot?
Well, before I just went to the timeout with like a little smirk on my face because I was thinking in my head like I was just made for times like this, and I wanted to win. I wanted to win, and then the last play we drew up a spread pick and roll. A middle tunnel pick and roll, and we go at 8 seconds. When I came off the screen, I noticed there was like 6 seconds left, and I just wanted to take the last shot. So I didn't give them a chance to get a rebound and try to opportunity to score, and the rest fell in my favor.
Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
Hey, Matt, Bob Ballou, CBS Austin. Hey, what does this tell you about your team right now to win 3 games in 3 days and against this kind of competition, and especially just the way this year's gone without an NCAA tournament last year, without everything else that happened? What does this kind of tell you about where you guys are right now?
I see it just starting to come together, taking things with more of an ownership, paying attention to more details, and guys are just more confident and they're more mature. And to begin, I don't think we win 3 of these games without Brock Cunningham and all the things that he does for us. He'll end the game with 6 points, 14 rebounds, 4 fouls, 7 deflections, and we need that to win. And it's just coming together. And then I think we haven't had guys play their best basketball yet, like a Andrew Jones, a Greg Brown, or Jericho Sims. So we just got to keep every day in practice, keep trusting our skills, and we will keep getting better and not take a dip and just continue to grow and learn from this.
Matt, hey, it's Brian. That's actually what I want to ask you. Do you feel like coming out of this that everyone does know their role without question?
No doubt. And some guys know that they have more to give. There's more to give. Greg's still figuring things out. Some freshmen catch on faster than others, but I know for a fact that when everything slows down for him, he will be one hell of a player this year, his freshman year. But guys understand their role. Guys know what they need to do, and what they need to do to help this team win.
Hey, Matt, it's Aaron Beard with the Associated Press. I did want to ask you, when you let go of the shot, it hit the rim, the backboard, and then dropped through. Did you think it was good when you let it go?
Yes, I did. It was on line. I knew I didn't leave it short. It just had to play with the rim a little bit, create some suspense for the fans. So that's all.
Yeah, Matt.
All right, thank you.
This last one.
You go.
Yeah, Matt, I'm just curious. Have just everything that y'all been through over the past 3 years, the losing streaks, the win streak last year, the NIT run, all that stuff, has that just prepared y'all for this season? Because in a game like that, years past, you guys might not have pulled it out, but everything wasn't working, but y'all somehow kind of came together. I mean, has these last 3 years just built up to this moment for you?
We just got tired of talking about it, and we're playing for something bigger than the names on the back of our jersey. We're playing for Texas. We're playing for Coach Smart. Like myself, I really want it for Coach, man. He takes a lot of heat that we get. He takes it with his chin. He takes it on the chin. But I know myself, and I know a lot of our guys. We want to play for Coach Smart, because he'll sacrifice anything for us. So we want to do the same.
Hey, Matt, this is Kirk. How are you different this year?
Like they just say, wins. The game is just even slower. Leadership overall, just holding guys accountable. My condition on both ends of the floor, just have continued to grow. And I'm going to just learn from this, build from this, and just keep going.
Hey, Matt, it's
All right,
Dustin.
thanks,
Real quick, how are you feeling? I know you took that awkward fall in the first half. Looked like you were kind of – obviously you finished the game clearly, but what was it, like kind of leg muscle thing, or what was that?
Yes, I hit it. It's the same spot I hit the first game against UT-RGV. And then I hit it again, and I dove for a loose ball. I hit it again. So it was just like a whole stiff, dead leg that I was just waiting for it to warm up again in the second half.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Matt.
One phone call.